An adjunct professor at Montclair State University, Dan Geltrude. All right, Dan, good morning. So if retail sales and jobless claims remain robust, is the Fed likely to delay rate cuts into late 2025, or could inflation pressure force earlier action?
Well, when you look at how the Fed makes their decisions about interest rates, it's based upon data. So the data that will make the Fed lower interest rates are things such as rising unemployment, weak economic growth, slowing inflation, and a drop in consumer spending. Until those things start to happen, the Fed is going to continue to hold back on dropping interest rates. And of course, President Trump doesn't want that. He wants those interest rates to come down quickly because that's what spurs economic growth. So that's the battle between President Trump and the Federal Reserve.
Yeah, my goodness, we've been talking about this for I don't even know how long at this point. I mean, you don't know till you know. Right now it seems 50-50 on these rates. Let's move on a little bit. So Homebuilders slashing prices at the highest rate in 3 years. Confidence rising in the month of July as the budget bill has recently passed, of course. Dan, why are U.S. homebuilders cutting prices, and what exactly does it signal for, I guess, the broader economy?
Well, keep in mind here that for home buyers, it is all about that monthly payment. So we have seen, as we've just talked about, interest rates remaining high. So these high prices and high interest rates can't last forever. So I think we're at the point now where people are simply not buying homes, and these home builders, well, now they're caught. So the only out of this for them is to be lowering the prices. So that's good for consumers and home buyers, not so great for the builders. But again, this is all about supply and demand. Supply has been low for quite some time. Not that that's changing, but if people are not going to buy, supply is naturally going to go up.
Yeah, and I mean, home builders, it doesn't sound like they really had much of a choice but to slash those prices at this point. But shifting gears, so the FDA allowing vaping brand Juul to keep its e-cigarettes on the market. This, of course, coming as the company has really struggled after being blamed for the teen vaping trend. Dan, is this a win for adult smokers, or just kind of we're in now a slippery slope at this point?
Well, I think we're somewhat in a slippery slope here right now. I believe adults should be able to choose if they want to smoke or not. Okay, but now when we get into the whole situation with what children do, now that's a different story. Now, what Juul did and why they were getting the blame was they have these high nicotine level vapes or e-cigarettes that have these fruity flavors, right? They taste good. So that is what drew in, these kids to start vaping. So that's what this battle's about, and that's what they've been blamed for. But I don't think that you can necessarily blame Juul for coming up with a product that people want. We have to make sure that children are not getting their hands on these types of products. It's no different than cigarettes and alcohol.
I know. And I see the kids, young kids and teens in movies even using it now and making it look cool like they used to do with cigarettes. It's very, very unfortunate. Dan Geltrude, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Alex.
All right.